Thank you. uh, Dr. Prashant Nanda ji.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. In my speech, I would like to attract the attention of Honorable Minister to very many difficulties faced by different states in different schemes. First scheme that I will be discussing is Special Central Assistance to Scheduled Caste Sub-Plan SCA to SCSP. Under this program, the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment has been providing funds for the SCA welfare schemes. After 2012 and 13, the Ministry has been providing less amount of funds in comparison to the funds proposed by the state government to the action plan. Besides, the Ministry releases funds mostly during the third and fourth quarter of the financial year. Hence, the expenditure of the grants get unusually delayed, which in every financial year. During the current financial year, the grants from the Ministry under SCA to SCSP is yet to be received. The next I will talk about grants for infrastructure development under SCA to SCSP. The Ministry released funds for infrastructure development in SC populated villages up to 2017-18 under SCA to SCSP. But from the financial year 2018-19, no funds has been released by the Ministry under SCA to SCSP for infrastructure development. Sir, Ministry is providing funds for infrastructure development in SC populated villages having more than 50% SC in a village which are selected under Pradhan Mantri Adarsh Gram Yojana PMAGY. But for those SC villages which are not included under PMAGY scheme also require necessary funding under SCA to SCSP. Accordingly, Ministry may release funds for infrastructure development under SCA to SCSP. Sir, under Special Central Assistance to Tribal Sub-Scheme, SCA to TSS and Article 275(1). Under this scheme, Special Central Assistance to Tribal Sub-Scheme, SCA to TSS and Article 275(1) of Constitution of India, 100% grants are being received from Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Government of India, for development and welfare of tribal people. It supplements the efforts of state governments for development and welfare of tribal people as an additive to the state tribal sub-plan TSP. Approval of projects and flow of funds under both SCA to TSS and Article 275(1) schemes have receded considerably in the last few financial years, which is a matter of great concern for the state government, since it is greatly affecting the tribal development initiatives in the state. Sir, Ministry of Tribal Affairs has recently changed the scheme from Special Central Assistance to Tribal Sub-Scheme, SCA to TSS, to Special Central Assistance for Tribal Development, SCA for TD. The SCA for TD scheme will aim towards integrated development of tribal-dominated villages as model village Adarsh Gram. The revised scheme guidelines will impact different program activities already been initiated under SCA to TSS like Mission Jivika. Release of funds under SCA to TSS and Article 275(1) schemes by Ministry of Tribal Affairs is being linked to the submission of UC's Adigram status against both the schemes. However, provisioning of funds proportionate to the tribal population of the state under SCA to TSS and Article 275(1) is a constitutional entitlement of the tribal communities of the state. In case the funds are not released to the state as per the entitlement, state may not be able to make a prospective plan for holistic development and welfare of tribal people. Ministry of Tribal Affairs shall consider releasing the entire fund to the state as per the entitlement under both these schemes. Sir, I would like to ask though the government of Odisha have recommended 169 cases for inclusion in the ST list of Odisha and have been submitting clarification and justification for inclusion of each community, why they have not so far been included in the ST list? May I ask to the Honorable Minister through you, sir, is it a fact that Task Force of Ministry of Tribal Affairs in 2014 have recommended for inclusion of 9 communities in the ST list of Odisha? If yes, why the recommended communities have not so far been included in the ST list? For your information, sir, the recommendation of Task Force is Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Government of India had constituted a task force under the chairmanship of Secretary by notification dated 3/2/2014 to examine proposals for inclusion of communities in the state. Sir, the task force examined the proposals for inclusion from various states, including 107 proposals from Odisha, and in its report notified by letter number 12026 dated 3/7/2014 has recommended the following 9 communities of Odisha for inclusion in the ST list of the state on priority basis. They are 1. Kandha Kumbhar as subset of Kandha at serial number 31 of ST list of Odisha. 2. Jodia, Jodia, Jadia, Jhadia as a synonym of Jodia Paroja and a subsection of Paroja, Parja, Paraja tribe at serial number 55 of ST list of Odisha. 3rd is Chuktiya, Bhunjia. The 4th is Sahara as a synonym of Savara, Sahara, Savara tribes at serial number 59 of ST list of Odisha. Sir, in 5, Mankadias should be included as synonym of Mankadias. 6, to include Poroja as phonetic variation and Barang Jodia Poroja, Penga, Paroja, Pengu Paroja, Celia Paroja as sections or subsets of the Paroja, Parja and Parja serial number 55 of ST list of Odisha. Then 7 is Banda Parja and Bunda Parja should be included in the minor phonetic variations Bando Paroja. 8, Durva, Durva and Durva should be included as phonetic variation synonyms of Dharwa and Durva at serial number 17 of ST list of Odisha. And the 9th, Paharia as a subset section of Gond tribes, serial number 22 of the ST list of Odisha with area restriction for Kalahandi, Balangir and Nuapada districts. Till date, no action has been taken for inclusion of these communities in the ST list. Sir, I request the Honorable Minister to definitely respond to all these things which I have placed before him, and that is what is my total speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Prashant ji. माननीय श्री विनय विश्वम जी, माननीय विनय विश्वम जी, माननीय श्री G.K. Vashan.
Thank you, sir. So the government of India